Springmount Raceway for the NDRC round up here. We're all set up here in the pits. Oh, me and Listy. So he drove up yesterday, had a stopover in Townsville, shot through the rest today. So we're here on Friday night for the test and tune. So we'll go out, see what we run. It's going to be a few tenths slower up here because of the altitude, I believe. So yeah, we'll go out, see how it runs. Haven't changed much or anything at all really. So we'll just see what it runs. If we need to rejet the carby or anything for the conditions, we'll see how we go. All right, let's do it. Technical difficulties. I couldn't remember if I was recording, and then I pulled the cord out from in my helmet accidentally when I was pulling the belt. So yeah, but you've probably seen, I think I chopped the tree down, not too bad. The ship light's coming on over the line. It felt strong, so I think I had a 1030 on the board. I had 710 in the delay, which is 10 thou more than what I did last time. So hopefully we've cut an 014 light and we've run a 1025. I think definitely in the 20s, but I had a 30 on the board thinking we were going to slow up a heap. So anyway, let's see how we went. All right, we're back. 1048, way slower than what I thought. Lost a heap of numbers to the 60. So I'll check the data and see if we were spinning or if it was just slow. Might be fat. We haven't changed jets, nothing up here. So 003 on the tree, and that's 10 thou back into the box. So I've actually made myself 10,000 slower from the final, where I went 004. So yeah, we're seeing that tree well. I'll take that. So we'll probably leave that figure in there for tonight, tomorrow, and then we'll reassess going into qualifying. But if we can be in the double O's tomorrow, I'll be cheering. But yeah, just got to make sure this car is going to be consistent. I don't care if it runs 1048, just got to do it every lap now. So anyway, we'll check it all out, cool it down, and we'll go again. All right, try this again with a bit of audio. Now I'm not as flustered this run, not rushing out, I'm all good. So leave the delay the same. So 710, we just went 003. Yeah, hopefully we run a 1045 or 1050. See how we go. Another 1040. Yeah, missed the tree a little. My eyes are just getting a little bit fluttery with the fumes, so I took a bit to get in, but car's wanting to fluff out on me, same as last event, but no, clearance throat, we're good. All right, let's get back, see what it runs. Righto, 1046 with a 0. We backed it up. We got crappy 60 foots, but they're 4th hour apart, so happy with that. I called the tree, I said it was a bit of a miss. 36, if that's my miss, I'll take that any day of the week. At least I recognise that I missed it. So got to be happy with that. So 003 and an 036, I'll just leave it as is, try and get 2 more hits tonight, just get my eye in. As I said, I was just fluttering my eyelids a bit, just gets a bit fumey in here for this big unleaded breathing beast. Oh, we got some rock stars here. Oh, so yeah, good hit for a test night. So good backup. We'll go again, another 2 hits and see how we go. Righto, it's bumping. See this yellow? Let's crunch it. Nice, good run. Nice, light was okay, didn't kill it, or, you know, 20-ish I would say. yeah, we'll get the time slip and we'll have a look. But if it's a good lap, I might park it up for the night. If it's average, well, we might have one more run. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Righto, 34 on the tree. I called it 20 something. Definitely wasn't a killer, but yeah, fucking far out. Fumey in this car. Yeah, the 034, 161 to the 60, picked up a bit, went a 1038. So we picked up 6 numbers there. So Listy went a 17 against me and a 1017. So not a bad race. Yeah, we'll see how we go. We might have one more hit. I'll pull some data and see what we reckon. It's Saturday, it's sunny Springmount, beautiful day for it. So we're just about to roll out for our Q1. No changes again from last night. Went quicker in that last pass, so hopefully we'll go about a 10:30. Apparently the weather's pretty similar, bit of a tailwind, so that might help us out a little. But yeah, see if we can't crunch a teen light and try and run a 10:35 to a 10:38. I'll be pretty happy with that. But aside from that, yeah, just excited to be here. Up here with Listy, we're both in the same class again, running off against each other. So I believe it's Chicago's shootout, we've been told at this stage, so it's not eliminations. It is what it is. Ultimately, I think whatever racing format you do, you're gonna have the best racer of the day typically take the win. You know, there may be circumstances different to that occasionally, but just win rounds, go close to your dial in, and you should take it out. So that's the plan. Let's get out here for qualifying and ramp up. All right, it's calling us in. We're up against Piotto here. All right, bumping nice and shallow. Nice run. Chopped that tree. That was nice. I'll call it I wanted a 14.014. If that's an 014, I'll be pretty happy with that, and hopefully a 1036. That's what I had on the board. So let's see how we go. Well, not a bad prediction. Went 022 on the tree, but yeah, felt like I crunched it pretty well. I called it as a 14 on the track, and it was a 22. If I can call within 8th hour, I'll be happy with that. But probably was just a bit of a fluke. But went a 1044, same 60 as last night, probably just slowed down again down track slightly. So yeah, so we got 1048, 1046, 1038 last night, and then now we're back to a 1044. So see how the next two go. We may just end up throwing that 38 out. Got to be happy with that. Let's get this car turned around and go again. Righto, looks like we've got Listy again in qualifying here, so we'll have a good run against him. Going to jump over in the left for something different. See if we can't chop down a teen light. That's what we're aiming for here today. 00 would be even better, just to back up that 003 from last night. But yeah, and got a 1044 on the board, just as a bit of a muck around, see what we can package up in qualifying. Yeah, we'll in the left lane we'll be looking over at Listy, trying to gauge ourselves. So he's gonna have us obviously over the line, but just to start getting my eye in, ready for racing later on today. Turning right hard in these burnouts in the left lane. Bloody hell, shocking. Righto, focus. I guess light was okay. I think that burnout just affected the launch and spun a bit, and it was, yeah, you used to probably see me steer it a little, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. If I knew anything about 4 links, I could probably preload something in the rear end, but that's a bit over my head at the moment. I'm not going to even pretend like I know. So anyway, we'll get this time slip. The light, yeah, 20 something again. We'll see how we go. 036 on the tree average. I called it as a 20 something, so I'm still calling them close. I just can't quite get back near that 003 I did last night with the same delay. So anyway, 10:51, yeah, we slowed up to the 60, spun a bit, felt it just get a little bit taily, so that's where we would have slowed up. But yeah, anyway, we got one more hit. All right guys, last qualifier for the day. We've got to go a low 20 light here, and let's run a 45. 10:45 is what we need, just to prove that the car's in some sort of a window. See how we go. Righto, shallow, shallow. That's the yes light of the day. Shit, that's a high teen. That's a high teen, and probably a 1040, 1044. That'd be real nice. All right, let's get this slip. All right, 004 on the tree. I called it a high teen, so still within that 10 to 15th hour window of calling it. But yeah, I didn't think it was an absolute killer like that, but at least that backs up me 003 from last night with the same delay. So but yeah, we went to 10:39, we picked up to the 60. Burnout was stronger. Yeah, that's basically the big difference there. We're going to racing now. Could be a couple of hours by the schedule. They might push it forward a bit, but either way, we'll just get the car cooled, we'll get back out, come up with a bit of a game plan, and we'll talk about the game plan before the run. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, ready for round 1, NDRC at Springmount. So just warm the cars up here. I've got an XP Coupe in the first round and an XP Coupe in the second. They're both Barra powered cars, so probably, I think they're mid-9s, and yeah, they've got a bit of mile an hour on me. So I'll be leaving first, which is pretty standard for this old jigger. Yeah, so I'll be turning my head, having a look. I'm in the right lane, so I'll be trying to gauge early on in the run where they are, you know, obviously to make sure they are on a powered pass. Don't want to leave it too late and not be able to find them and go through and break out, which I've shown you how to do that before. Delay box, going to add 10, so we set up 13 to 46, so going off all our previous hits. Obviously 003 last night, we'll add 10 to that delay, so if I manage to crunch it the same way, I'll be 013. And if I do have that little miss, the 036, that turns into an 046. So wouldn't be happy with a 46, but I've got to trust myself that I'm going to crunch it. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on these rounds. We'll be going out soon. We're on after the wheel standers. They're on up here, so they'll be putting on a show for the crowd up here at Springmount. So yeah, eyes peeled, first round, we'll be into it. All right guys, we've got 10 in the box and we're dialed 1042. We've been 10:44 and 10:39 today, so we picked the middle. The tailwind's gone, so we went to 39 last. Hopefully it runs similar minus the tailwind. All right, let's chop this tree. Got to do your job on the start line, man. Got to do your job. Do your job. Get in nice and shallow, and he's in on me. All right, not rushing in. Take your breath. That's a race. That's a race. Wow. Yeah. yeah, let's hope we got there. My light was, yeah, 30, so don't know. For all we know, we could red light. I don't know how to even find a wind light down here, but anyway, we'll see what we got. Stripe. I felt like I might have just been on the brakes over the line, if that, but it was pretty well all out. 053, 1046 on a 1042 to old mate in the XP coupe. He went 113 on the tree and went 963 with a 2 on a 963. So unfortunate for him, he had the car there to do it, just missed the tree slightly, but I'll take the win, and I've just got to be better next time. So let's get this car turned around and do it again. All right. We're set up 10 to 50 here. All the faith in the world on this tree. Let's do it. Righto, let's do it. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby, that light, oh my, that light, yeah, baby. That was scary, I thought that was turning red. All right, let's get back, have a look at this slip. You won. Oh yeah, you went an 18, was it? 15. I couldn't. 15.
15. I cut him loose too.
Oh, you did. Yep.
He was getting too good to be true, so I cut him loose, and I went still broke out.
Oh, true.
I went a 15 on a 17. He went a 45 on a 50.
Yeah, right. What was the margin? Like, who took it?
I took 8 out.
Oh, right. Good driving.
I didn't mean to, but I just was cutting him loose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks good.
Oh, that's good.
Looks good on paper.
Yeah. Well, that was my last one. Looked good. It was 014 across the stripe. Yeah. Looked good, but I just held it flat basically. Yeah. Like I had no other option.
Yeah, he gave me a run then.
Yeah. No, mate, he ran off. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went 21 to his 58.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you set up at best hit of the week?
Like 8.
8, and you went 21. Yeah, right. So you're 13 off.
Felt strong.
Oh.
Felt strong. No?
I let go.
Yeah.
How that didn't turn red.
Yeah.
Oh, you know when it's just dropping and you're just like, this is going to turn red and it turns green. I think I just yelled like, that is killed.
Yeah, well, it take me 15 out of that. That's a fucking...
Yeah, 6. Yeah. Will take me 7 back out. I'm back to a 3. Best hit of the weekend. So, but I don't need to be there. That's an awesome number. Yeah. Right, when 1068, 109 mile an hour, I peaked him way early. He wasn't getting there.
I looked at his runs, he had 9.
Yeah, no, you're right. yeah, so 010, 160 to the 60, one of the better 60s, so it's probably on a, could have been on a lower 40 there, 440 to the 330 foot timer. Yeah, we're probably on a low 40, so I'll have to get out, get it cooled. Yeah, and we're just gonna have to reassess a dial in for the third one, because as we know, you got to run close to the dial to make the final and win the round. So I'll be focusing on winning the round first, and the dials can be a byproduct of the win, in theory. Let's see how that goes. All right, talk soon. Righto, we've left the delay alone. We're set up 010 to 050, worst to best hit. 1040 on the dial board. Yeah, so round robin you got to win, and then potentially you got to go as quick as you can to your dial in to try and make the final. So we'll see how the race unfolds, but we'll try and get close to that 1040 and get a win. We'll see how we go. Yeah, baby. All right, we dumped the brakes across, you know. Was it too much? Was it not enough? I have no idea. But ultimately, if I've lost it because of a breakout, well, it's unfortunate, but I had to run the gauntlet to try and get close to the dial. So it's a dangerous game we play here in this Chicago shootout, but it's an even playing field for everyone. So let's get this slip and I guess just see how we ended up. But if I had to have a prediction, I don't think I broke out. I'm thinking I've gone, yeah, 42. Please, 42 would be nice. And if I miss by being 200ths off, well, yeah, I'll be sad. Only got 13 hours to drive home. Anyway, guys, we'll get this time slip and see how we went. Ah, 21, and he was nowhere to be seen. I went, kill some numbers, killed 4 or 5 mile an hour, went 1035 or 1040. What? This car, this bitch. How'd you go?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, what'd you run?
I pedalled and just tapped the brake and went 13.6 on a 12.
You're in. Yeah.
And Mangano won, he went dead on like
94?
6. Yeah, dead on 6, dead on 8 or something.
Oh, right, so
Tadini got beat.
I don't feel so bad. They've run close as I would have struggled to get back there. You know, I was like, I'll let him in. Like I let him in a bit, and I was like, I'm like,
it wasn't going to go that quick.
Nah.
You weren't thinking it was.
Well, how quick was yours on? Like, not, it wasn't going 6 numbers quicker, but.
No.
Oh, man.
It was fucking rolling, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it took like 0.136, like a dumping 5 mile an hour, so.
You shouldn't have to take any more to be above your dog.
Nah.
You would have been confident.
Yeah,
So
he
what
broke.
did he do?
He went a 43.4 on a 44, so he was breaking out. He held it flat, like he said, 142 mile an hour. But like, you know, I feel like I've done my job.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To an extent. But anyway, I've had a good run.
Yeah.
That was 12 straight up till then.
Missed the tree.
Nah.
Like,
That was 12 wins in a row till then.
yeah.
I would have, but you know, my luck, I would have pedalled him and run a 45 and gone, why didn't you stay into it? You know, it's hard to win with this Chicago, but it's all even for everyone. So anyway, well, you just get it done for us then, son. Well, bit of disappointment, but you got to live with that. Didn't miss the tree, went 021, set up 10, so feeling good. I was out, spotted him early, had him by a country mile, and be in the third round scenario, run close to your dial. I was going, I really want to let him in. I really want to make this a race, but I want to run close to my dial in. So, had a 1040 dial in on the board, predicting that it's probably going to go 1040-ish, 39 maybe with a, stab of the brake pedal. And I roll through for a 1035, wiping 4 to 5 mile an hour off. So all the numbers basically looked like they were gained at the 60 foot. We went our first 159 of the weekend, and yeah, can't really explain it right now, but I'm disappointed, but we've had a good run. We've been to 4 final rounds in a row, 2 runner-ups, 2 wins. We were on a streak of 12 wins in a row up till that race, so got to take the good with the bad. Got some points in that new NDRC championship. I don't know how far I'm going to go with that. Obviously we're going to run Benaraby. We'll just chalk up some points, and if we somehow manage to get an invitation to the grand final and get enough points, we could find ourselves on the road down south, but I'll have to run that by the missus closer to the date, I think. So anyway, guys, well, that's about all I got for the event here now, but I'll come back to you shortly with an event recap. All right, here's the final for the night. We've got Anthony Mangano in the Commodore up against me travel buddy Listy. He made it through. They had pretty good runs in the third round. Anthony went about 6 thousandths over his dial in, and Listy was about 16,000. So it would have been a real hard task for me to get him anyway, because obviously it goes on that count back. So I'll explain that a bit better maybe at the end of this video. But yeah, just different format to what we're used to at national rounds, but level playing field for everyone. So yeah, let's see how these guys go. Here we go. Be a 10.18 maybe, so I'd say he would have been on the brake. So great result. And this bloke, he's not from up here, it's not his home track, but it may as well be. That's his 3rd gold tree at Springmount in about 4 years, I think. So good on the lad, good on Anthony on runner-up. Yeah, well done, guys. What a race. Listy's 023, Anthony was 065. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to get some decent light here. But yeah, basically margin, Anthony actually won across the line by 0.007 of a second, but yeah, broke out 987.9 on his 994, big breakout, and Listy even on the brake. Saw he might have been all out, 133 mile an hour.
928 on a 920 with a 8.178.
Got the winner! Yeah. 023. He took 007.
He took down.
Yeah,
was I dead on? Or?
You were 10.118 on a 10.13. He went 87 on a 94. So he went 65 on the tree. Woo! Riding with the winner. How good's that? Another one for you. Another Springmount Goldie, eh?
It was tight, eh? He took by 7.
Yeah, he took 7. Negative 00. Yeah,
I was by 7.
Nah, negative 007 means you were behind by 7. Woo! This is like your home track, mate. Yeah, you can't lose here. Have you ever lost here?
Yeah, once.
Oh, you once. Yeah, right. So 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 gold trees, this lad. Holy! Turn it on or what? Yeah, right. Your light looked good. I called it and I was like, they look better. Look better than 23, to be honest.
Felt good, but
yeah.
I felt like he just wheeled me, eh?
Yeah, oh, he wheeled. Yeah, okay. So he sort of had the upper hand, you reckon? Like,
I thought so, and it was either drop him or just push him out.
Yeah. Well, technically he did have the upper hand because he was on a big breakout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he did have the control of the race, but his light let him down. Oh, he might be letting you go. Yeah. Oh, good shit, man.
Good.
Or we might just be able to take it in turns, national event, one each, you know.
I can live with that.
Alright guys, back with the event recap. So had a big couple of days, left the track about 11 o'clock after the event, 11 at night. I had to get back to Collinsville for work on the way back through, so I drove through the night as best I could. Had a couple hours of sleep in the car with the seat reclined, but we made it back. So yeah, been into it for the last couple, haven't had a chance to scratch myself really, so I've just sat down and done a few figures from the weekend. Obviously, as normal, reaction time averages and whatnot, because that's the part of the track I love. I love hitting that tree, I love the start line, so run through a few of those. Across all of my hits, I had 9 hits, 3 on the Friday night in testing, 3 qualifiers, 3 rounds of racing. So my average was 0.024 reaction, which is pretty good. I think I'm on the improve. You know, obviously you always want to be better. You want to see improvement. Still a ways to go, but yeah, definitely a good starting point. And an 024 is going to have you in pretty well all races. You know, someone goes 00 against you and you go 024, you're still in the hunt, you know. Saturday average, that's the qualifiers and racing, 024 as well. Racing, the 3 rounds, the 010, the 021 and the 053, that's an average of an 028 reaction average. Also, I work it out because I adjusted my delay. If I made the delay all the same, so I basically offset them all to the same delay to see how I reacted. If I had have used 0.710 as the delay on all hits, we would have had an average of an 022. But obviously I added figures for racing because I was down near that 003, 004 mark a couple times on the Friday night and Saturday morning in qualifying. So overall my spread between my best reaction and worst, this is what we look to be obviously as good as possible. We want it to be low. That means we're hitting the tree more consistently so we can get more aggressive with our delay box. I had a 0.050 spread, which is a little bit outside of what I would have liked. That first round loss, silliest thing, but I don't know if I said it in the video, but I've had a GoPro suction cap on the windscreen in that spot before, which is all good, but it just happened to be in the exact spot where I was trying to really zone in on that top bowl where I release, and I just, I don't know, the littlest things throw you off, and it didn't completely throw me off. I went 053 on the tree, but yeah, it was just something that maybe just threw my routine out the slightest bit, and we went 053, but we won the round. Wasn't impressed with the light, but you get that and you got to wear it. So obviously that makes our spread 050. I also checked the spread on my actual delay because that is allowing for the delay differences in the delay box that I put in. If we zeroed them out to 0.710, we actually had an 040 spread. So me as a person had 0.040 reaction time spread across all of those runs for the weekend, which I can live with. Always want to try and improve, but overall had a pretty good weekend. Won our first 2 rounds. As you see in the 3rd round, we really had a go at trying to run that dial because I knew it was going to be tough to make the final, and it turned out that it was very tough to make it. I think the 2 finalists were both within 16 thousandths of a second, so even in hindsight, looking at that run against John Piotto in that last round, even if I had tightened it up and made the race a lot closer, the chances of me actually being able to run right on me dial would have been slim, because obviously I predicted that the car was going to run a number, but then the car ran way faster by a few hundredths than was expected. So I was sort of in no man's land. I hit the brakes, thought, oh yep, dumped a little bit, that should do it, I'll get close enough, see how we go. And we went 500ths or nearly 500ths under the dial, but that's right, that's Chicago shootout for you. Spoke to a few people, they did like the elimination style of racing better, but overall I believe the best racer on the day won in Daniel List. He's currently the number 1 in the country in Super Sedan, and he won his 3 rounds, run close to his dial, kill a light in the final, kill a race in the final, and got the win. So I think we can all say we like other types of racing better. Fair call, but I think ultimately in more scenarios than not, the best racer of the day is going to get the win. So yeah, had a great time up there, Springmount. Yeah, good facility. It was a good drive up. I'd never been past Townsville before, so yeah, it was a fair haul. You get to Townsville and you're only just over halfway. So, but yeah, nice drive, nice and green up there. It was a bit dry out at the track, a bit dusty, but yeah, it's a drag strip. I ain't going to complain about nothing if they got 400 metres of tarmac and, you know, and a Christmas tree. I'm there. I'm going to do it. So yeah. Anyway, that leads us into our next event. I don't know for sure what my next event will be, but I do know my next NDRC national event in that National Drag Racing Championship. It will be Benarabi on the 7th of October. I've just had word. It will be eliminations format, so that's exciting. We're going to have that first round nervousness for everyone. I love the feeling, sitting in the lanes knowing it's all or nothing. You either win or you pack up and go home. So really looking forward to that. Got a few things to check with the carby on my car to try and induce some more consistency. I do believe it could be mixed in with the converter. The converter's not right. It wasn't built for that combo. I've got 3 converters at home that none of them really suit, but I'm just doing what I can with what I got. I've probably got to just pull the trigger and send one away and get it built to the dyno chart of the engine. That should get us in the ballpark, but you know, that's up near $2,000 and probably 8 to 12 weeks by the sounds of it to get one turned around. So I'm not going to see it again before I run at this national round. So I'm sort of just like, well, I'll sit on it, and when I get home again, you know, service the car. I've got to fix a minor leak in that gearbox still. Might be a time there. I can send one away, send the spare away, get it built. So that's going to help to have a car I can trust, because I feel like I'm doing my job on the start line. I'm doing the best I can down track. I'm seeing it relatively well, but I just need to see it more often. I need to trust my car. So when you can trust your car, you can make better decisions down at the finish line and tighten up that stripe. Or if you can trust your car and you know you've got someone by a big distance, you don't have to try and make it as tight, because you know as long as you kill X amount of numbers to go over your dial in, you should be right. So yeah, it probably sounds like a lot of mumbo jumbo to some ears, but I'm sure there's a few out there that are just, you know, going, yep, that is what we do. Bracket racing, it's a dark art, you know. So I don't know anyone in the world that's perfected it. It's a constant evolution, and everyone's always trying to get better. And the great thing about it is anyone can turn up and just rattle off an absolutely unreal package against you and put you on the trailer. As sad as it is, if someone can manage to do that, they deserve it. But I love that about it. So you've just got to be on your game every time. There's no free laps, no free wins. So yeah, but until next time, guys, hope you're enjoying this. Loving putting it together, loving chasing this NDRC championship around. You know, I'm going to stick to the Queensland rounds for now. We may get to a Sydney round somewhere. It'd be beautiful if we could qualify for the grand final. We don't know what points it is as of yet and how many people they're going to take, but even just to be able to qualify for it and not make it, it'd still be an honour in its own right, just to go, yep, I was good enough to be invited to the grand final event. So all good, guys. I'll leave you with that. Hope you enjoyed. Like, follow, subscribe, please. Yeah, you know, just to show your appreciation for what I'm doing, I guess. But other than that, I'll keep putting them together. I appreciate them. I'm enjoying it. Me and my kids sit back and watch it. They think it's pretty cool. So very good. All right, guys. Thanks.